Hi, right now we'll learn how to turn on the data interpreter and use the data interpreter to translate the data runs for this MFT record. Start by going to the View drop-down menu, select Show, and then click the checkbox for Data Interpreter. You can change the data interpreter display by double-clicking on the left side as shown here and select the desired numeric values to show. For the data run interpretation, we will need the signed values as shown here. Upon selecting them, then click OK. To determine the number of clusters for the first data run, place the cursor on the cluster data run counter position that is immediately to the left of the first data run position 31 as shown in figure 16-14 of the book, which would be located right here. Because it's only 1 byte long, the 0x14 converts to a decimal 20 as shown in the data interpreter. To determine the starting location of the logical cluster number, position the cursor at the beginning of the next 3 bytes of CB0101. That would be 3 bytes of 24 bits as listed here of a starting logical address of 65994. At this time you can record the LCN number value into a spreadsheet for further calculations. The next data run again is a 31, which has 1 byte assigned for the number of clusters as shown here, which is one 8-bit string of 4 clusters assigned to it with a virtual cluster number address of 3 bytes or 24 bits. It has a VCN, virtual cluster number, value of 158802. This number is added to the logical cluster number of the previous data run to obtain the logical cluster number for the second data run. Continuing on, the next data run is listed as an 11, which means again that 1 byte is assigned for the number of clusters, again 4, and only 1 byte is assigned for the logical cluster number, the virtual cluster number. And then moving to the next data run of 21, again the number of clusters assigned is occupying 1 byte of 4 clusters assigned to it, and this time the 2 bytes or 16 bits address in this case is a minus 1064, which again is subtracted from the logical cluster number of the previous data run. Should note that these numbers are added to the previous data run, so if they're a negative number, it subtracts its address value. The next data run is also another 21. Again, the number of clusters assigned to this data run is only 2 clusters, again as shown in the 8-bit value. And the next 2 bytes are assigned the virtual cluster number, which again is another negative number, so this negative number of 466 is added to the previous data run's logical cluster number. Following that is the value of 00, which terminates the data run. This completes the determination of the data runs for this MFT record.